Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the 2022 eclipse season for the sign of Pisces. Now do keep in mind that this is a tarot reading, this is not an astrology reading. So if you are looking for specific astrology or astrological messages, I'd recommend consulting an astrologer or checking out some YouTube videos on the eclipses in this year. But the way that this works is we have 4 eclipses in total in the year of 2022, and the first 2 eclipses are on April 30th and May 16th. And the energies from these 2 eclipses span over the next 6 months. So they go from the first 2 eclipses to the last 2 eclipses. And so we're looking at the energies between April 30th, May 16th, all the way out to October 25th to November 8th, which is when the last 2 eclipses are in the season for this year. So hopefully you're with me. Also, the eclipses this year are in Taurus and Scorpio. And so given that these energies last 6 months, we can say that, you know, the eclipse energy is heavier energy. It's deeper energy. It's not like your day-to-day, your week-to-week, or your monthly energies. These, the things that can happen, or the events and the situations that can happen around eclipses, can take time to unfold. So I think that's all I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I will have a schedule of the eclipses in the description of this video. So definitely feel free to check that out, but let's go ahead and see what we have here. Just know that I won't send you a message, so if you do get a message from someone, that person is trying to scam you and they are impersonating me. It's not me, so do keep that in mind. I also have an Instagram if you'd like to give me a follow there. There's also a link to that in the description below. Do hit the subscribe and like buttons. That really helps my channel grow as well. But all right, so I think that looks just about good enough to me. We're also going to take a few of these astrology cards here to clarify as we go along, and then we'll also take a few oracle cards, and we'll take a few of these fortune cookie cards. All right, Pisces, energy on the bottom. You have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is this is an energy of inspiration, confidence, most importantly, standing in your own power. Okay, the Queen of Wands can literally attract whatever it is that they want into their life, but they have to be unequivocally the Queen of Wands. All right, Pisces, so when you get this energy, it's time for you to be your most authentic self. And as you do that, you will be given anything that you want from the universe. That is the energy of the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands can also be somebody who is capable of taking on a lot of different tasks, priorities, and energies in their life. They're able and capable of doing many things at once, kind of juggling all the plates in the air, if you will. And so yeah, definitely a good energy to find here on the bottom. Now, taking a look here in the overall message, or in the overall energy, you do have this Queen of Cups. So we have this Queen energy starting out. Doesn't matter what gender you are. I don't attach genders to these cards. You can take on any of the aspects, qualities of these cards. We do have 2 kings, we have 2 queens, we have 2 kings. And what's interesting is we do have a counterpart here showing up with the King and the Queen of Pentacles next to each other. It could mean that some of you are strengthening a relationship if you are in a relationship. It could mean that some of you find a counterpart as well. That could certainly be the case. Some of you may have already found this person. But this Queen of Wands energy on its own is really an energy of intuition. This is like the second most intuitive card to find in the tarot. And it says that you are receiving major intuitive messages, major internal messages here over the next 6 months about a direction that you may be headed. And it's hard to say. Some of you this may be work related, and some of you this may be relationship related. I do have to say, if this is relationship related, it looks very good. It looks like this person could be a long-term, there's long-term potential between you and this person for sure. If it is work related, this is about trusting your gut about something as it relates to a new beginning in work. I'm going to talk about that more as we go along, but in the past, you have the King of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Two of Cups, okay? So Definitely some of you have potential. I normally start up here, but I'm going to start down here with this Two of Cups. Potentially some of you have met somebody here recently or in the past with this Two of Cups. This is my favorite card for romance to find in the tarot. This is, an energy of two people syncing up or linking up in this lifetime. This talks about deep partnerships, okay? Deep partnerships, especially because in the corners here, if you look here, you have the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups in these corners with the Hierophant in the middle. This is about a past life, okay? And I need you to really, if you believe in past lives, which you probably do if you're watching tarot readings, but if you believe in past lives, this combination of the Two and the Six of Cups can be somebody that you met on a different timeline, okay? This is a little bit esoteric, but you met them before you incarnated here. Like you knew this person before you met this person before you incarnated here on Earth, right? There was a past life between you and this person, and I definitely feel that. So you can definitely attach whatever label you want to use. If you are somebody who likes to use the labels like the soulmate, the twin flame, the counterpart, whatever it is, the divine counterpart. Point being is you absolutely have an energetic, like sort of celestial past with this person. Now, I know that's pretty deep, but I definitely feel that here because we have the counterparts energy, we have the Two and the Six of Cups in the corners, and the thing is you have the marriage card, a big card of marriage in between these two cards, which is pretty big. So definitely like to see that. Now you do have this Fool energy here in the past as well. Now the Fool is an extremely powerful card. I would argue the most powerful card to find in the tarot because it starts off the entire hero's journey through the major arcana, the Fool's journey through the major arcana. And this card really only comes forward when you're ready to, and it's when you're ready to start something big and start something new. The Fool asks you to really leap forward into something. You may have found this person here and it may have been a little bit scary or whatever the case may be for you to enter into this union with this person, but I think some of you went for it, and I do think you're reaping the rewards of that situation. Now, I'm going to try to also bring in these career messages because there definitely are some of those. You do have this King of Pentacles here. This is somebody who achieves a high status in their career. This is in your upper row here. The upper row is the row of your thoughts, what is on your mind. And what is in your consciousness. And so for you, for some of you, you've already been in a relationship for some time. It's not this new person I'm talking about. Some of you have already been in a relationship, or you've been married to your work and you're thinking about how you can climb the ladder here. This may require you to try something new as it relates to your work situation. Now, in your current situation, you have the Four of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Hierophant. So, this lower row, I just have to say, Two of Cups, Hierophant, Six of Cups is extremely significant for me in this reading, okay, because this is just a progression here happening, and what's cool is it feels like this totally caught you off guard. This union or this partnership or the situation with this other person, this was not something that you necessarily were expecting right away. Although there is a card of you attracting something here with the Queen of Wands into your life, it's almost like you weren't expecting it to happen this quickly, or you weren't expecting it to happen for it to work as well as it worked. But the Hierophant could absolutely say that some of you are going to enter into a marriage over the next 6 months. And what I mean by that is it's perhaps somebody's going to get, there may be a proposal. I'm not going to say you're going to get hitched right away. Some of you certainly could be getting married over the next 6 months, but there could absolutely be a proposal here on the decks here for you. And for some of you, there could also be this person you may realize over the next 6 months is a long-term connection. Like you may realize that you're going to be with this person for quite some time. And you may intuitively feel that here with this Queen of Cups. Now, bringing it back to work here, I have to tell you, Pisces, if there's something that is not working, the cards here are saying to give it a rest. Give it a rest, okay? Because you do have this Four of Swords energy here, which is somebody who's resting, someone who's recovering, maybe even someone who's healing from a heartbreaking situation. But this is less about that and more about giving something a rest here. If there is career. There are some good, you have the ability to attract something good in your career situation here, for sure, with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. But this is probably going to come through you doing something completely different, okay? If there's something that's not working, it's time to give it a rest. Now, in the future, you have the Nine of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Six of Cups. So the Nine of Wands here, this is somebody who's really persevering, standing strong, and most importantly, not giving up, okay? There could be an annoying situation in your career life. You may recognize this over the next 6 months. Some of you may come to this understanding about that in your life. You may recognize that there's something that's extremely annoying going on here, and this is the thing that you will be resting. You will be laying to rest. You will be letting go of. Now you have this King of Cups next to the Queen of Cups, an amazing synchronicity, okay? The fact that you have these cards next to each other, the fact that they're counterparts, to me is significant. The fact that we have this really big row here on the lower row of this being a past life connection, you being a water sign, Pisces, obviously this other person can be a water sign, but it doesn't really matter. They could have water at any part of their chart or just have those qualities about them. But this is somebody who I feel like you can emotionally trust. This is somebody you can trust big time, and they're a capable listener, okay? They are absolutely capable of listening to you and hearing you. Now you have this Six of Cups here. I've talked about how I think this is relating to a deep energetic connection from a past life between you and this other person, but for some of you here in your work situation, you're going back to the drawing board. You're doing something you've always wanted to do. And again, I'm going to drill this point home. I've actually never had this specific message for anybody, but you are laying something to rest, okay? And this may involve going back to something you've always wanted to do in the interim. So let's go ahead and start to clarify. Okay, yeah, wow. Okay, this is, I'm really hoping this reaches the right people, because this is the best message I've done so far. This is the deepest message I've done so far for these eclipses. You have Luna and Sol. Okay, that's a big combination of the sun and the moon. Okay, nobody else has had that yet. Some people have had Luna, nobody's had Sol, but you have both, the sun and the moon. Okay, and what's interesting is you have the lunar eclipses and you have the solar eclipses. So this eclipse season for Pisces is going to be huge. And what is in between Luna and Sol? Venus. Venus is, okay, planet of love, of beauty, of luxury, of wealth. But, to me, this is about you stepping into a big partnership, into a big union. Many of you stepping into a big union, or already you've met somebody who you're going to be in a relationship for a long time, and that actually happening, that actually coming to being, okay? And so pretty big combination to find here. For you, definitely love on the horizon for Pisces. This is big. Okay, you can't even make this up. Okay, so you have Sun, Winter, and Medicine Mother. So Sun, enjoy success and happiness. Winter, take care of your needs. And Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. So that is what the Queen of Cups does. Okay, the Queen of Cups has an inner knowing about something, and they always listen to that message. Okay, they always listen to that. Now, what's super interesting here is you have the Sun and the Soul card, the Sun and the Sun card. Okay, so it's possible. Let me take a look at these dates here. So May 16th, April 30th is the first solar eclipse, and the last solar eclipse is October 25th. Okay, and so those are big dates for you, I feel like. There's something around these solar eclipses. Both, I think, are going to be important for you, because you do have this moon card as well. You have the Luna card. But for you, there could be a pretty heavy energy around the solar eclipses for you. It's possible that you met this person in the winter, or if that's not the case, some of you, as you've taken care of your needs and taken care of yourself, this person stepped in. This person came in. And I definitely feel like that for some of you. Now you have property, a property purchase or sale for many, but heed security concerns in any transactions. And then you have sexuality. Existing relationships could find new passion and heightened sexual attraction. Opportunities for marriage and good family life are strong, but if single, beware of temptation that could lead to trouble. A child will bring great joy. No, I mean, I definitely feel like for some of you, that's exactly how I would describe this reading. What is this card here as well? Future, you may travel or host an overseas traveler soon. Either way, great social fun awaits. It's a big time of year for Pisces. This sexuality card here, you know, about you strengthening a person, a connection you've already met with somebody, a marriage happening potentially for some of you. Big energy. So awesome synchronicity. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next reading.